to PODCAD, the show where you least expect the person you expect is going to be on. But you expected that today we have the lovable, the kind, the sweet,
The
please,
Icelandic.
the Icelandic. Please give it up for Finn Boye.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me again. What an absolute pleasure. Our fourth time.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What the hell was that? Are you beeping?
It's sorry, guys. Don't worry about it.
Fourth and last time.
It's a device.
It's gonna take us all with it.
It triggers some things. You don't have to worry about it right now.
What is
Watch the
that
news tonight.
on your hat?
Could you read it out loud?
Lemon House Emotional Counseling, Philadelphia. And there's a number on there if you want to contact them.
Yeah, read out the number.
267-831-7483.
So that is
Philadelphia number.
Yeah.
That is my friend's therapy
cheesesteaks?
service where you can just text and call him at any point if you want
Oh, yeah?
and hit him up. So
What does he do?
We can
Give
just-
you
I don't know.
Does he offer the Philly cheesesteak and head
and
combo?
head? Yeah.
All right. So contact this number. It is 267-831-7483.
So, Finn, I heard you are taking, what was it, graphic design?
Very serious.
3, or was it 4 or 5?
I'm
It
in
was
graphic
3.
design 3 now.
3.
Yes.
So I'm curious, how did they step it up this year? You
Well,
know? The second one was quite
So in year one,
nerve-wracking.
they made me create a graph.
They made you?
They made me create a graph, right? And in year 2, they made me create some other stuff.
Uh-huh.
Did some coding and stuff.
Yeah.
In year 3, they're making me make a graph.
Again, back to the basics.
Back to the basics.
Right.
We
Forget
can't go
everything you
too
learned.
off ground, you know? We can't. The ceiling's already high enough.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be pushing this too
Is
far.
the graph open to interpretation?
It is not open to interpretation necessarily. You have to follow basic graph methods. And this has led me to be extremely frustrated with the start of my semester.
So what are we looking at? Like pie charts?
No pie charts. Pie
maps?
charts were specifically asked not to be included.
Okay.
Finn, you're a creepy guy. Were you planning anything for Halloween
So
this October?
Halloween's my birthday month.
Oh, magnificent.
October 26th.
Oh, yes, and you are doing a set on that day.
I am doing a set on
Oh.
that day. I'm performing
On your birthday?
comedy at Yuck Yucks. So, yeah, I'm going to be having a grand old time at the end of the month. So, yeah, in terms of a costume, I've had some ideas.
Run 'em by.
Can I run it by you guys?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so first one. I'm thinking of shaving down my hair.
Even
right
more?
here.
Even more.
Like, just making this completely bald right here.
Uh-huh.
And doing a gray dye job, like bleaching it down and then making it gray, and just being an old man. I think that would be
wow.
fun.
I mean, you have such a youthful face. How are
I
you
think
gonna-
we could probably figure that. I have pretty dark bags under my eyes that I think we could
Yeah.
probably accent a little bit. I think that would do good.
You could be like Winston Churchill.
That's what I'm thinking. That's
get a
been my
big-
dream for a
big
while.
suit.
Is to just be Winston Churchill. I've actually been working on my Winston Churchill impression. If you want to hear it.
Let's shoot.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I need my tea first. Hello.
Is this before or after he died?
Before. It's before he died.
Like right before the stroke.
Yeah.
It's magnificent.
Yeah.
I remember one time.
It's actually the last sound he made before the stroke.
I remember one time when I was in 8th grade, I was playing guitar with my buddy, and
That's cool.
he was also in 8th grade. You know, he
Sick.
wasn't like 40 or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, we were both in 8th grade playing guitar, and he put on an isolated vocal of Nirvana's "Something in the Way," just the vocals.
Cool.
And then my buddy was like trying to like play the guitar part. He had no clue what he was doing, and he was playing off key. You know, the whole song's like
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. He was like, dan 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 dan. And then like it was like a mess. And then like his dad walked in and was just like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" He was just like, "Dad, it's Kurt Cobain." It's just like, "What was this when he was dying or something?" What the fuck? It was. I still remember that moment.
That's amazing.
was like
I actually have a pretty similar
lowest.
8th grade experience where me and my friends competed in a talent show in 8th grade.
Nice.
But we had Blink-182's "Damn It" on backing track. So we had the drums and the vocals on backing track. And then it was run through like the PA of the lunch hall. And then we were supposed to sync up with that.
Yeah.
Except at the time, we didn't know how to do that properly. So we fucked it up completely. So we bombed in front of my 8th grade class.
I never did the talent show, dude. I
That's-
didn't have any talents.
Did you never play guitar in front of people?
No, not really in front of people. Me in front of this guy.
Hey,
But
That's
never-
one
That's a
person.
pretty-
Yes, one
it's a
person.
pretty good
Yeah,
audience, though.
yeah.
I will say.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this guy. I don't know
Oh
if you know
yeah,
that.
I think we're all fans of each other.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
But you have experience playing in front of more than one person, have
Well,
you?
I've played in front of 5.
5? That's
10
that's-
times.
That's a big.
Sometimes
11.
we get even higher. We get
Whoa.
20s,
Ooh.
30s.
Interesting.
Select few times.
What number do you prefer?
I,
Don't
in
be afraid to
terms
get
of,
specific.
I like a big crowd.
Big crowd.
I like a big crowd.
So like more than 3, right?
A big crowd, in comedy especially, is more susceptible
To
to having
ha-has?
giggles, ha-has, and good times.
Yeah.
Whereas in music, a big crowd just means you just get drunk off the power of having them all in front of you. And be like, like my band played in Russia a few years ago, and no one in that room knew our band. We were added last minute as a support slot, basically, for a bigger band. And the crowd was hammered. There were Russian levels of drunk. This is
They were
2019.
hammered and sickled.
They were hammered and sickled.
Yeah.
And so we immediately fed off their energy. So it's doable, and it's a pretty great time when you do that.
You mentioned smaller crowds in comedy
Yeah.
and how they could get a little more rowdy than maybe or harder to manage.
Yes.
Have you ever had any hecklers?
Oh yeah. For the
during-
record,
during-
guys, Finn's a comedian too.
Yes, he's
I
a
think.
Finn is a newfound comedian. He started his journey when
Started my journey about 6 months ago into stand-up comedy.
and that's nothing to laugh
Roll a
at.
clip.
He's
I've been learning a lot of cool, fun new terms moving here, like gentrification. That's when a bisexual 27-year-old from Iceland moves to your neighborhood and your rent goes up.
Thank you.
we'll put the clip.
Yeah, put the clip.
That was a good clip, actually.
Thanks.
Hey, that was-
Thanks.
No.
Something we all relate to, you know?
Anyways, you were saying about like crowds or some shit.
Started doing stand-up 6 months ago, and it was tough. I started out at this room where no one wanted to laugh. Not a single person in the room wanted to laugh. And it was called the Royal Comedy Theater, and it closed.
A royal funeral.
Right after.
Yeah,
Oh.
it literally
closed?
closed within
Wow.
3 months of me doing
That's
comedy.
pretty legendary.
As soon as I started doing well, the venue closed. And I have friends in comedy that literally tell me, like, the Royal closing was the best thing that happened to you because you stopped trying to perform there. And I think there's some reality to that. I think there's some truth to that. It is a shithole.
You know, as soon as one door closes, a new one opens.
Exactly.
And from the Royal Ontario College of Comedy, you went to your newfound home,
Yes.
the Yuck Yucks.
Well, Yucks is not my home.
Oh.
I would love it if it was my home. I would love to live there.
Oh.
I could hang out with Ryan Tonkin and Mark Breslin. That'd be nice.
So do you also do crowd work in your
Yes.
sets? Yeah.
Sometimes.
How much is crowd work and how much is material?
I try to keep because I try not to fill more than 5 to 7 minutes
Yeah.
of time, and with that, crowd work you shouldn't, in my opinion, you shouldn't seek crowd work unless there's something incredibly apparent in front of you that you need to address.
Yeah.
It's only then, like, let's say if your material that you're doing relates to the crowd that's in front of you, then fucking go at it. Like if you see something happen in the audience and you have
Yeah.
material in relation to that, relate it to that. Because
can't
that'll
go on
bring
there
in the
and be
crowd
like,
even more.
Who's here? Who here is from Toronto?
Who here likes? Who here works at the bank? You know, like
Yeah.
you can't be fishing. That
Okay, we
doesn't-
have a bank, and now we have someone who works at Starbucks.
exactly. Like if you want to just get tips from the audience, do improv,
Yeah.
and don't talk to me if you do improv. But
Hmm.
you know, yeah.
Yeah. Then you have to get like.
Sorry, I didn't get the memo. We were.
Oh yeah. But then you like
neither.
you have to get really specific. You know, it's just like the bar is so low. Just like, is anyone in the crowd the woman? Oh, you are. Well, anyways, my therapist. You know,
Exactly.
kind of
The thing
find a way
is-
to bridge to the bit.
Now crowd work is like the thing in comedy. People have recently discovered that
Yeah.
crowd work is a thing.
I'm not a big fan of crowd work.
Yeah, it can be very hacky, but there's also guys that are amazing at it.
Yeah.
And the thing is that now all that is being posted on TikTok and
Yeah,
Instagram
it's just
Reels
crowd work,
is
right?
crowd work
It's-
because
that's all I see. Yeah.
it's the one thing that comedians can deliver every single week when they do a new show on the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
So bigger comics will do a show in Wisconsin this Saturday and Sunday. And from that show, they will film it and then put up the crowd work as promotional clips for the next day of the tour.
Yeah, because you don't want to like reveal your bits.
You can't be revealing the bits. That's the whole point of
that's
putting out a
true,
special,
'cause
you
then
know?
you'll
Yeah,
go to a
'cause-
new place, and then you got to tell them.
Exactly, because ideally, in a perfect world, jokes would be like songs, and you could go on stage and you could play the classics. But
Is
it
that-
doesn't work like that.
No.
Exactly, it
It
doesn't work
shouldn't.
like that. But in a
Um,
perfect world, imagine you're like a seasoned comedian who's put out a bunch of stuff, and then you could just go out and do the classics
I
every
always
time.
I'm doing a
I always
cover of
thought they
Bill
had
Burr.
New
Exactly.
jokes every show, but that doesn't seem
Well, so
like maybe a couple.
so you don't do new jokes every show, but you will have
New
your
audience.
set that you've written,
No.
and then you punch it up and you fix it with every show, and then eventually it's ready to be recorded, right? So that's the thing.
I see.
I think this is the most serious we've ever gotten on this podcast.
It's comedy. It's
You know,
very
very serious.
I know, yeah, we talk about everything else and it's all jokey, but then when it comes to comedy, we get very
We're like,
serious.
It's a very introspective.
You know,
art,
I think this big shift towards the popularity of crowd work stems from Andrew Schultz.
I think that's true.
I think
Andrew
like
Schultz
he
just
got really popular, and then everyone just wanted to mimic the crowd work because he did a crowd work special.
exactly.
Yeah.
So there's been a few comics to do it, but Schultz is definitely the biggest, I think, that's taking it on right now.
Yeah.
But the crowd work special is like a beast of its own right now, and it's
Mhm.
being so it means that comics are able to put out 2 specials in a year
Yeah.
because they can do their regular set of jokes that they've been touring with, and then they put out just crowd work,
Mm-hmm.
like 40 minutes of crowd work. Personally, I can't watch much of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I like a
because you're
clip
not
every
in
now and
the
then.
Fucking crowd.
I like a clip every now and then, but I can't fucking.
Do
I
you
can't
think-
watch a
Do you
45
think we
minute
could
special
set
of
up
it
the PODCAD table at Yuck Yucks
and do a
have
live
a live
podcast?
podcast?
No,
Do you think
'cause,
the whole crowd would
set's
just
like
be
5 minutes long?
like booing us at our take on crowd work right now?
I think you could do it. I think you could do it.
So I
If
went
you,
to the
you first, what you have to do is make the podcast available on the internet, and then we can definitely get people to watch it, and then eventually I think people will come on.
okay.
That was a joke for anyone who's tried to find a PODCAD episode from the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, sometimes they get taken off.
It's because it's called a broadcast.
Yeah.
I mean, broadcast.
Yeah,
Even I forgot.
I was trying to brag to my friends that I did this cool podcast.
It's up
and then,
there.
4 times.
and then I couldn't send it to anyone.
Not even
you didn't pay the toll.
We didn't pay the toll. It's unfortunate because I asked at the end of every single time. I go, guys, can I pay the toll just to make sure these get
Pay the
hosted
toll?
somewhere? And every time you guys said, no, Finn, we don't want your money. Because
want-
you
We
thought
only,
that
we only
I-
want
I-
your Ethereum.
All right. We're going to get into it, huh? We're going to get into it. So I had a financial empire that I built and it has come tumbling down
Oh.
time and time again in the last year and a half. And it's something where
Is it fiat? Is it fiat currency you're talking about? Because Ethereum is all the rage.
well, it's funny you should say that, Alex. I don't know if you're trying to be facetious with your comments, but Ethereum is in the toilet. And
That's news to me. Should check my portfolio.
you shouldn't, because we're going to have a 40-minute conversation about it afterwards where you're going to scream at me and yell at me and blame me for all your coming financial troubles, because Ethereum did really poorly this past year and a half. And I ruined thousands of lives scamming them with cryptocurrency.
Scam is a big word.
And, you know, it was a perfect idea that I had. And I applied it. We were going to build our own society.
Mm-hmm.
And then it didn't work out.
Would you say your once comedy has now turned into a tragedy?
It is a divine comedy turned into a magnificent, harrowing tragedy.
Finn, you're a very ghoulish character. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
I used to eat a lot of Reese's pumpkins,
Yeah.
and then
Used to eat a lot of Reese's monkeys.
What?
what?
What is that?
Ever heard of a Reese's monkey?
No.
There's
what is
Reese's
that?
monkeys.
It's a type of monkey.
Is it? Oh.
Oh, it is the orange monkey, the one that. Roll the clip.
That
Roll the
that-
orange
that
monkey
joke
clip right
bombed.
now. Thank you.
Reese's monkey.
Anyways, basically what happened was I destroyed thousands of lives with my cryptocurrency endeavor.
Mhm.
There's people that want to kill me.
So what are your plans now?
Do stand-up comedy.
Okay, so we're done with the.
If I'm telling
I guess-
jokes, they can't get mad at me.
Yeah.
Yes, you lost your 401k, your life savings. You lost your homes. But I'm funny now. You can't be
He's
mad at
funny.
me.
What are you, some type of comedian or some sort?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier.
Oh.
I'm doing comedy in Toronto. I have a show at Yuck Yucks on October 26th, if anyone wants to come out. Thank you. But yeah, Ethereum is in the toilet. I will no longer be pursuing cryptocurrency or NFTs.
Are you gonna get a tattoo to commemorate it?
Yes.
Did you get any new tattoos actually?
No,
No.
not
Finn,
yet.
you're quite the ghastly, demonic, silver-tongued devil you are. What's your favorite Halloween movie?
So that is true. I'm quite the wicked little guy. I'm a wicked little guy.
Mark is actually a connoisseur of Halloween
So
movies.
Is this the horror movie podcast? I asked to do the horror movie podcast.
I mean, it could be if you want.
Absolutely. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I my favorite horror movie of all time is Evil Dead 2. It's a masterpiece. I like when the deer on the wall starts laughing. It sounds almost like that. And I've been watching a lot of horror recently. I watched that new Alien one that has no dialogue.
New Alien one.
Not Alien the franchise, but it has aliens.
The alien in it.
It's like a mix of The Strangers and then it has aliens in it. And it
Aliens
sucked.
versus monsters.
And
That's what it
Monsters
was.
versus Aliens,
Oh, my bad.
Alex. My
My
other
bad, my
favorite
bad.
movie.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's in it. He's funny. It's the second funniest movie he plays an alien in.
What's the
Paul is the
first?
first one.
Oh, okay.
So I just watched Tales of Halloween, starring the amazing Canadian actor Keir Gilchrist from Netflix's Atypical. There's a Trap Them song in a chase scene that he's in. It's very cool.
Cool.
What else have I watched? What have you been watching, Mark?
Well, I've been trying to watch one horror movie every single day of October.
How's it been going? We're 6 days in.
6 days in. So first it was The Witch, Robert Eggers.
Fantastic.
Then it was Suspiria 1977,
Beautiful.
Dario Argento.
Makes you think.
Yeah. And then it was The Descent, terrible picture.
What?
I didn't like
The
it.
Descent is fun.
Well, it's fun, but it's like too many plot holes. you
Rope
know?
burn. It's terrifying.
Yeah, but it's just like
start of the
open
movie.
flames in a deep cave.
Well, the thing is that
Look.
they have the whole point is that there
Huh.
is a point to get to air,
yeah.
to oxygen, pretty nearby,
But
but they can't access it because
Yeah.
of the little ghouly goblins.
No. But it's just like there's pockets of very saturated gases I was
Yeah.
gonna say downstairs.
Downstairs.
But like downstairs essentially
Yeah.
that could ignite. But everyone has their lighter out. No, okay. My biggest plot hole, or not plot hole, but like the biggest thing that bugged me was that you're going in a cave, and then you think you're isolated, and you discover like a race of like subterranean monsters for like literally 10 seconds in the movie. They're just like, oh my god, what the hell? And then the rest is just like, we got to do something about these monsters. It's just like I would be shitting, pissing, screaming, vomiting
Fair.
for like 4
Absolutely fair.
hours,
Absolutely fair.
because it's just that's like a moment where like your brain just goes does not compute. Like I don't know, maybe they're just very irrational.
Is that that scary movie where they all get killed in the mine?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
one guy?
essentially.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
no,
but
not by a guy, by like
a lot of them do
race
get
of-
killed,
In the mine.
but there's
it's
also
a cave, not
betrayal.
mine.
It's a
There's
cave.
also betrayal. There's betrayal of trust.
Okay, I
that is
think I
put in
saw
one
that one.
person that kind of fucks everybody in the group, right?
Isn't there one person that escapes in the,
there's
the
one person
elevator?
that's- Oh, there's no elevator.
There's
There's
no
no
elevator.
elevator?
You're thinking of.
It's not a mine.
Cabin
it's a
in the
cave.
Woods.
I don't know.
Oh, Cabin in the
Cabin
Woods
in
is
the Woods.
great.
Fantastic
I love that
movie.
movie. I love that movie.
Watch Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah. What else are we
So,
watching?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, okay.
My favorite thing about The Descent
Yeah.
is the fact that
There's a
I
Descent
love this,
too.
and I love
Into
when
the
they
mine.
go. I love when they go up usually, but it's when they go down that we really get into it.
Yeah.
No, my favorite thing in an action-packed horror movie is when the main character has like a switch flip in their head, and they become just like a murder machine, and they just beat their enemy to death again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
They go like full like Brawlic barbarian mode, Alex, and it's something that not everyone does. And when it happens, it's the man brain in me that comes out where I'm just like, yeah, this is sick.
Yeah, but the
Like,
thing is,
immediately.
like, that happened in like the span of like not even a full day, like just a few hours of being in a cave, and then like the switch flipped.
Well, that's the thing. You remember what she says at the end of the movie, right?
Ah!
Exactly. But no, she comes out of the cave and she goes, I just got out of this cave and boy,
So
are
much
my
fun.
arms tired.
Boy,
Oh yeah. Just another
She goes,
day in the life
And then
being
she
a
goes and drives off.
splunker. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Exactly.
roll credits.
Yeah.
What else you been watching, Mark?
What else?
Rosemary's Baby, Polanski.
That Polanski.
Yeah, that Polanski fella.
That
Quite
Polanski
the,
fella.
Quite the ghoulish.
Quite the
fella
reputation
himself.
he has.
But the
Some would
movie
argue
was
not
good.
the most horrifying thing he made.
Well,
Go
it
on.
was a good movie.
He did some other horrifying things.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll
I
talk
also
about it on the
watched,
part two.
Wreck. Have you seen Wreck?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's a great movie.
The original
yeah?
Quarantine from
Yeah,
Spain.
yeah. Oh man, I watched Quarantine when I was a kid. Scared the shit out of me.
Dude, I hated
Never
that
learned
movie
about
when I
Wreck.
saw it
Yeah.
in like 9th grade.
Yeah.
And I had 9th grade friends that were easily impressed by horror movies.
Yeah, yeah.
So I lost a friendship for a full year
Oh,
because
wow.
I beefed with this guy over two things.
Yeah.
Eminem's current output of music at the time. He was like, dude, I'm Not Afraid is a banger. And I was like, it's terrible.
I mean, it
bad.
ain't Eminem, but it was close.
It was bad. But then he
It
was
was
like,
close enough where you could listen to it and you could be like, maybe there's a little bit of Eminem in there.
it's bad. It's bad.
It wasn't Slim Shady.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I want Eminem to be, you know.
and then, and then the movie.
And then he suggested Quarantine as a movie to watch, and I watched it, and I was like, that movie sucked. And
You were not afraid.
I was not afraid. I was literally not afraid
Uh-huh.
to take a stand and tell my friend Hlynur. I'm actually seeing him in a few days. We're gonna have
nice.
to go over
Eminem?
some things.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, Hlynur, my friend who I beefed with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Wreck is a lot better than
Wreck
the,
is a fantastic
Quarantine.
film.
Yeah. No, because they made Quarantine just because like Americans didn't want to watch something with subtitles.
They were like, "This is scary, but
But I don't know what
speaking Spanish is too scary. We can't do that."
So they literally just remade the movie shot for shot just for money.
Absolutely, and they messed it up
Yeah.
because there's logistical issues that are faced in quarantine in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like, there's one person that they just tie to a staircase, like right next to everybody. So if you want to go up the staircase, the zombie's gonna get you,
Yeah.
and or not the zombie, the infected.
Oh, it's kind of like Super Mario, you know?
Exactly.
The ball and chain guy.
Exactly.
Oh,
Like that,
Chomp?
Yeah, Chomp, yeah,
Chomp,
exactly.
exactly.
I wasn't brushed up on my
Oh,
Mario
yeah.
lore,
Yeah.
but yeah, I also watched Dead Ringers, Cronenberg.
Ooh, I haven't
Yeah.
seen that.
It was pretty
Banger?
good. It was all right.
Shout out to
Yeah, it was
Cronenberg.
Bit of an artsy.
I actually just watched Cronenberg Jr. I watched
oh yeah,
his,
Brandon.
yeah, I
Cronenberg,
watched Infinity Pool recently,
and
and I loved it. It's have you seen Infinity Pool, Alex?
no.
It's a pretty fun time.
It's like the Marvel one, right?
No, close,
Oh,
very close.
very close.
So instead of superheroes that are doing good, it's rich people
Doing
that are doing
bad.
evil.
Oh, evil.
Yeah,
Kind of like The Purge.
exactly.
Mm.
A great film I was in, actually.
You were in The
Yeah.
Purge?
I don't know if you remember when he looks through the door and he sees the guy who's like, "I'm gonna kill you." That was me.
Well, we have a talented actor
Yeah,
here.
could you put a
Oh,
picture
yeah,
of the
yeah,
guy
just
from The
another thing
Purge?
to add to your
Uh,
repertoire.
Right here. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll put your resume on the screen.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
But, yeah, and then last two that I watched were The Birds, Hitchcock.
Ooh,
That movie actually kind of creeped me out.
birds are
It's
terrifying.
just such a. It seemed like such a stupid concept. It's like, oh yeah, birds are gonna be scary, and then the birds were pretty fucking scary. Can you imagine just like if every bird in the world just decided to kill people? They're kind of helpless, you know. They just
Yeah.
keep coming
That's
in
like
waves.
Dinosaurs coming back and being like,
Yeah,
I get
gonna
hit with
get
a
old
moth
you.
and I freak out.
yeah.
I saw a fat moth the other day.
dude, if
I had to kill it.
mosquitoes
It
teamed up with
crunched.
the
It was-
birds too,
It had guts inside.
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
done. So,
Yeah. If
because think about it, like you go to the Grange and like birds get in there easily.
yeah.
So like they,
Oh,
it doesn't matter if you're indoors. It's like they'll
gotta-
still find
I
it.
gotta tell you, one time I
Is this Grange
I-
Stories
I-
time?
No, but one time
Okay, bird time.
I went out with this girl, and we were coworkers, and we went out to a park, you know, just to enjoy some pizza together, and then we were talking, and then a pigeon comes up, and then like she's just like, "Oh my god, I hate pigeons. They're not real." I'm just like, "What? What do you mean? What are you talking about?" You know, I thought she was like putting me on or something. And then she's just like, "No, pigeons are drones. They're fake." And I'm just like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And then she literally like the quickness of it still like kind of gives me the jitters. She pulled out like a diagram on her phone.
I know exactly
like,
what the
almost
diagram-
like her phone background. And she's just like, "Look at this." And I'm just like, I could like
Speaker
like,
here.
I could
transmitter here,
literally
charger on the feet.
grab the pigeon and show you that it's a real bird. And she's just like, think about this. Why are there pigeons on subway stations? Why are they inside subways unless they're there to survey us? You know, it's just like, I don't know, maybe because like people leave food there.
Yeah.
You know,
Pigeons.
maybe they just follow wherever, you know, people leave trails of crumbs. But like she honestly believed that pigeons were government drones.
It's a fun conspiracy, without a doubt. And I think that if anyone needs to spice up their life, find a conspiracy to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Just bringing it up around certain people will make them
Yeah.
very uncomfortable. And sometimes that's a little flair that we need in life, you know? It's
Uncomfortableness.
it's just sometimes you want to sprinkle a little bit of maybe it is flat, you know? Like
yeah, you know, it's just the things you have to put up with to,
exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
enjoy a pizza with a lady.
Brother, tell me about it. Wait.
Oh man,
Sip.
Finn, you're quite the Ted Bundy yourself. What's your favorite Halloween decoration?
I like skeletons. I
Skeletons.
really like the
Skeletons are
spooky,
good.
scary skeleton. But here's
Especially
the
when they're
thing.
huge, dude.
It's
Yeah.
a huge skeleton.
Yeah.
Put up a picture.
There should be one on Davenport.
I realized recently, however, that they're not fake.
How? Huge skeleton, bro. Giant.
Giants, dude, the
Giants.
Nephilim.
Okay, the fact
the
that I have to
giant
explain
theory.
this is
Oh,
so
Okay.
frustrating.
In Iceland.
Oh my god. Okay, so I found out recently.
Uh huh.
I went to the doctor.
Yeah.
okay.
I broke my arm this summer.
Oh.
Here's a picture. And what happens is he took pictures of it.
Yeah.
And there was these things inside my arm. And I was like, wait, that looks... Why are we looking at Halloween decorations right now?
Yeah.
What is that, a spooky skeleton arm in the
Yeah.
picture? And he goes, no, Finn, that's your arm. And I go, explain to me what you mean. He proceeded to explain to me that all of us have skeletons inside us.
Whoa.
And we're waving these things around as decoration, as little ha-ha, hoo-hoo, hee-hee, funny little silly things. I'm terrified.
Yeah.
And I don't find this to be a humorous anecdote. Decorating with skeletons, get out of here.
Most people keep them in their closet.
Does it?
Get it out of my face, guys.
Does it chill you to the bone?
Terminology, Alex. It scares the bejesus out of me.
Jesus.
We're not talking about bones because it scares me.
What's your favorite bone?
Yeah.
I found out this summer that I really like having a functional left wrist, actually. I broke my radius.
Uh-huh.
I did
How'd
a
you
spin
break
kick at a hardcore show,
Okay.
and a guy tackled me
yeah.
in the middle of the spin kick. And what happens is it's the same effect as if you get hit by a car and you elevate into the air. And so I was already in the air, and this 6'5" hockey player guy decided to bulldoze across the room. So he tackled me as I was
You
in the
go
air
over
spinning.
him.
So I went over him, and I immediately hear the entire room around me just go, oh! So they're all they're all seeing me 6 feet in the air rotating. And then I just land on my wrist.
Oh.
And my arm was pointing in the wrong direction. It was going further this way than it should. And then I needed to spend 6 weeks in a cast. And I went mad. It was not fun. So that would be my favorite bone. The radius bone. Big fan.
Big fan of the
Actually,
radius.
I've been doing comedy recently.
Oh,
and I got to
really?
say, I'm a big fan of the funny bone.
Okay, maybe you should. We'll cut out that part and you'll just cut into there. This is a good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. How's everyone looking at me? About my
Come on,
favorite.
What's
give
your
me- give
favorite
me
bone?
An
My favorite-
anecdote about bones.
My favorite bone? I don't know. My favorite bone. Maybe the to complement the radius, the ulna.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get sort of, the full
Is it
picture.
the one that gets
This man
the,
studied anatomy.
Yeah,
the
so that's
soup
the,
nation and the spud nation?
Supination, the pronation.
Oh, the pro nation.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The radius and the
Cool.
ulna. One of them. Yeah. How about you, Alex?
The femur.
Yeah.
Where is the
biggest
femur?
bone?
Is that the? Oh, it's that.
Yeah, so
the
that's
leg.
your largest bone.
Yeah.
Besides
It's the
your,
biggest.
Your boner.
Tony Hawk broke his
Yeah.
femur.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
That's
happened
one
recently.
of the hardest bones to break.
And he was back on a skateboard within like 6 months.
That's nuts.
Isn't it also
That's
one of the
like
hardest to
all your
heal?
weight on.
Exactly. He's crazy. Bananas. Cuckoo caca.
He must have had really good doctors. Though.
Yeah. The best there is to offer.
Did
They
you
said
see
we
that?
can rebuild him.
It was a long time ago, but he put like his blood into like a bucket of ink, and they did like birdhouse.
Oh, yeah, they
boards.
screen printed
Yeah,
with his
for
blood.
liquid death.
Yeah.
It was cool, man.
It rules. I actually, speaking of graphic design,
Yeah.
former creative director of Liquid Death,
Mm-hmm.
Alex, I'm forgetting his last name. Put it up there. he's like very like to the core metal guy.
Yeah.
Like played in bands.
I mean, if he
designed a
worked
bunch
for
of
Liquid
merch.
Death.
Exactly. So he was the shoe-in for that company. So a lot of people claim that they like co-opt metal culture, but they hired people straight out of that and paid them really good money. So yeah, he's a great dude. He's now working for Epic Games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, funny
wow.
guy. Funny guy. But that was one of his last assignments, I believe. Was that
In their advertising department?
Yeah.
Make Epic Games more ironic, like Liquid Death.
Oh, see, that's
Because
sure-
that's
I'm
like
sure
their
that's
bread
on
and
his-
butter. Like
I'm sure that's on his docket.
I love them, the dude. Whenever they come up with something, it's always just plainly stupid. But
So stupid.
But you just
People love to hate Liquid Death now too.
Really?
Yeah, there's the thing about reducing pollution by selling canned water instead of plastic bottled water,
And is that not true?
but then you're also shipping water.
Oh. But
I'm not tuning into this
Wait.
argument. I don't subscribe to these. I'm not coming in here to cause a fuss. Okay, I'm here to have a good time, talk with my buddies.
Finn,
Have a few coffees.
you're quite the skeletal Lovecraftian
hold
horror.
on,
Phrasing.
hold on,
lore.
hold on.
Phrasing
I just
mark.
want to say
Phrasing
one
mark.
thing about the water bottle industry.
Oh, okay.
Shoot.
Yeah.
While
Shoot.
we're on the topic,
Shoot.
is that we've had like pipes and sort of like water systems
Okay.
for so long.
Mhm.
The Romans had them, but every year the water bottle industry gets bigger and bigger. They do
Yeah.
new all-time profits. For what reason? A lot of places do have water, but a lot of places that don't are like breathing off this system, and it just doesn't make sense. Like all that money could be going towards water that they can not use from a water bottle. But
Absolutely.
but if it's in cans, it sort of makes sense as like if this was if Liquid Death was bigger and then they could replace plastic bottles, they'd still have a problem. I mean, well,
Are you writing that down to
Just taking
steal the
notes.
idea?
I'm just taking notes.
just
Um,
anyways, you were
yeah.
saying about
I
yeah,
forgot
so
what I was gonna fucking
you
ask.
you said I was a skeletal guy, a ghoulish.
Oh,
fellow?
a Lovecraftian
Yeah.
horror.
Shoot, let's go.
I was gonna ask, what's your favorite Halloween character?
Favorite Halloween character
Oh.
from the movie Trick or Treat. Sam, the
Mm.
little pumpkin head guy.
Okay.
I have a little figure of him
no.
from NECA. NECA is a very cool company. They do very cool, like very high quality figurines. And for my birthday 4 years ago, I bought myself a little Sam figure.
Oh, nice.
And the name derives from Sam Hain,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
or
of course.
Samhain, as
Or
it's
Sam
pronounced.
Hyde.
So yeah, it's Sam from Trick or Treat. I think would be when I think of like how much I love Halloween. I think that's it.
Hmm.
God damn it, I love Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Candy's the best.
Candy is great.
Candy is
you
the
know?
best.
It's just such a great holiday.
Do you still go trick
Sorry,
or treating?
Alex. Sorry. Do
I
you
hate
not
candy.
like candy?
No, I just like.
Do you not like candy?
He likes Earl Grey tea.
I reached the bottom of my Earl Grey tea,
Yeah.
and like a little piece came
Oh.
back.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah. Do you still trick or
do,
treat?
yeah? Do you still trick or treat?
So in Iceland, Halloween is not really celebrated
Oh.
outside of throwing a party,
Yeah.
for your
Okay,
drunk
yeah, yeah.
friends
Yeah.
and whatnot. So what we have is Öskudagur, which takes place in fucking February of all times.
Mm.
And so what you do is you wear a costume
Mm-hmm.
and you go to businesses and you sing a little song
Ah.
and they give you candy. And so it takes place on a Wednesday, I believe. It coincides with Ash Wednesday somehow.
Mm.
We call it Ash Day, basically. That's
Yeah.
the translation. And yeah, you wear a costume, you go to businesses and do a
Hello,
little
Liquid
sing-song.
Death. I would like my candy, please.
Yeah, so if the Liquid Death factory was in your neighborhood,
Yeah.
you would go as a kid and sing for them, and they would
And
give
they'd
you
give you water.
a little can of soda pop, a little because they do like peach iced tea now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I remember like in my neighborhood we had the like industrial area right by us.
Yeah.
I lived in a new town.
Nuketown.
I lived in a new town, And so we got to go to like the place that manufactured and packaged chips in Iceland. And so you just get a full bag of chips, which is like,
there you go.
according to Halloween law, is overdose. That's too much. But it's a good time. It is a good time.
If you hit up 8 or 9 chip factories, you know.
Exactly.
You're
You're
stacked.
good. Listen, as a chip guy, I'm a big chip guy. Takis, get them away from me, brother. I can't have these. I'll lose it. I'll lose my mind.
Given that your complexion is so pale and your bones are so brittle, what's your favorite chip?
My favorite chip?
Did I do it right?
Takis. That was good. That was good. Takis. However, a warning to anyone listening. They had the green Takis a few months ago, which were the habanero, lime, and cucumber ones. And that shit slapped. It slapped. And then they debuted again as a zombie Taki flavor. And they fucked it up. They absolutely fucked the dog on it. And now it tastes like shit. It's terrible. Send your complaints to Takis. The email is going to pop up right here.
Is that the blue one?
No, the blue one is pretty great, though. The blue one
one's
is
good.
literally just normal hot Takis, but blue.
Blue.
Did you hear about that chip that killed that kid?
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's like a super, like in the States, there's like a super spicy chip.
Oh, the one chip? A
no,
kid died from the one
right,
chip challenge?
Yeah, or was it called One Chip Challenge?
Yeah.
I only just got like bits and pieces of it from Instagram, but it's just like
What do you do?
there's like this brand of chips that are supposedly like the hottest of the hottest, like sold to every retailer.
So you buy like a sealed single
Yeah,
chip,
I know it's
right?
like one like Dorito.
And a
like,
kid
shaped
died?
Chip.
Yeah. Apparently, like had like a terrible reaction to it, and they recalled all of them.
Damn, did he eat like 10 or like he just ate one?
No, you could literally get one.
I know, but
That's
like
a
you
soft
bought
body
like,
kid.
what?
Oh, come on.
Here's what I'm saying. Next time I'm on here, let's get the
This is
one chip.
recent.
Let's find the one chip.
They're
You're not the
apparently
recall.
we can't.
We can find them in Canada.
Oh my god.
We can find them in
And
Canada.
a reseller.
There's definitely a hot sauce. We live in Toronto. There are more hot sauce boutiques in Ontario.
hot sauce
than
boutique.
in-
What is that?
Like places that
They
sell
sell.
fancy hot sauces.
Just fancy hot sauces? Are you
Yeah.
just stealing from the Chipotle?
Well, that too. But if you want, if you
Steal
want a
a
little bit of,
Tabasco.
if you want a little bit of Marie
there.
Sharps, if you want a little bit of aardvark sauce, if you want a little bit of, you know, those cool, colorful labels that look like craft beers.
How about the Steve-O hot sauce for your butthole?
I haven't
Yeah.
tried it, but that one's on Amazon. So
Have
don't
you
need to
met
go through those
Steve-O
loops.
since you're a comedian now?
No,
Oh,
I've not.
but you will meet Steve-O?
Sure,
Yeah,
I will.
I predict it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He'll watch this and you
Yeah.
know.
I
Be
want
like,
to say my apologies to the family of the kid who died from the one chip challenge. I've been thinking about my statements from
The
the
one chip
past
is
5
real.
minutes, and I realized that this sort of conduct is not tolerable, and we all need to take a moment and learn from this. I will be taking a step back from hot chip eating commentating, and I will no longer be weighing in on subjects such as these. Thank you.
Yes, and a very good closing statement for the episode. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
You
After-
could hire me
after
for
that
graphic
apology.
design. Hire me for graphic design. Can we throw up some of that fucking graphic design I do?
Oh
I just designed. I just designed this reissue for The World's a Beautiful Place. Whenever, if ever, they did a full U.S. tour. They did a European tour.
Oh yeah.
I designed the poster for that. I did the layout for the album and everything. You can hire me for stuff like that. If you have a little album you want to put out.
Is
I can also. Yes, it is.
awesome.
It is, and it's beautiful.
How was that album received?
10 years ago, really well. Anthony Fantano gave it a great review,
That's great.
and Pitchfork did as well. So
Anthony
getting to do the
Fantano?
reissue was amazing. I was very honored because it was a big album for me when I was a younger emo kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also do other stuff like we can go here to the. There we go. I can design a shirt for your bachelor party.
What does
okay?
it say? I can't read it.
It says
And you've
I'm
designed
ready
many
to get
shirts
married.
before.
Oh yeah.
So that was for a boys trip, a Las Vegas tour. The pup long sleeve I designed just came out in a new colorway. You can get that.
Any further contacts from Pup?
Yeah, I hit up
Just
Steve
hey.
the other day. I said, "Hey, Steve, how are you doing?" And Steve said, "I'm great, Finn. How are you?" And I said, "Haha, classic Steve.
Yeah,
Always
Steve.
checking in on me." Zach,
Good to hear.
Zach from Pup has the best Instagram handle. It's butt lips, so you can always check on Zach from Pup. Great guy. Yeah, listen to whatever Pup puts out next. I think they are the last rock band on the planet.
Alex,
Well,
did you ever
maybe
get
not the-
refunded?
No, I never got.
What happened?
Was that why you asked him? Like, so what
Yeah,
was
see, you mind reaching out because, so it was more of a Ticketmaster thing. I bought 2 Pup tickets, and I got sent one,
Oh.
and then I reached out, and they never sent me the other one, so I didn't go because I was planning on going with Rita. So, but I never got my ticket, so I was like,
Well,
"Darn it, man."
Well, maybe we can figure something out when there's a Toronto
Yes.
show coming up.
All the best to Pup. May they
It's
Tour-
Ticketmaster that is the real villain.
tour the whole country
That is the real villain. Ticketmaster.
and Europe. They're probably in
Ticketmaster
Europe right now.
sucks buns.
What?
Ti-
it's
Ticketmaster
it was
sucks
definitely a
buns.
Ticketmaster
Yeah,
thing.
they suck. Let me see. We got one more design I want to plug. Shout out to Rot Attractions, the next horrifying thing to come out of Toronto death metal. Designed that horrifying logo for them. Yeah, I do stand-up comedy. I do graphic design. I'm studying at OCAD.
And-
If you see me at the Grange and you want to freak me out, come say hi. That's it.
And your show on the 26th.
Yes, I
At
am.
the
I'm
Yuck
gonna,
Yucks.
I'm gonna be on a pro show at Yuck Yucks on October
Because he's a
26th.
pro.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not pro. No, I'm the one comic that's not pro on there.
How much are tickets?
But this is where you become pro.
Is it
Not yet.
not?
I'm
to be
doing the guest
disclosed?
spot that they give to lesser comics that they're like, hey,
But this
maybe
is
he can.
this
hack
is
it.
his moment. This
maybe
is like
it
in
is. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. You know, we
no,
live,
this
we
is his
prevail.
moment.
Life has its many trials and tribulations, my brothers and sisters. And we're all here just trying our best, you know? That's really what we're trying to do. And I want to leave here with a message. It is that we are all entirely way too privileged to be wasting our time in art school. And just imagine what our lives would be if we had to, I don't know, work a trade job from age 17. There's lots of problems in the world.
Okay.
And I'm
you've
glad
used
to
up
have a
all your
lot of
plug
them.
space.
Finn, I have one last question.
Sorry, what?
I have one last question for you.
Got a little lost there. What's
Have you ever been to Paris?
Yes, I have been to Paris.
Really?
Yes, a few times.
Hadn't got into it, but I have a little gift for
Hold
you.
on, another gift?
Yes, for
Okay.
you, Finn.
Oh my God.
Through the luxuries of modern technology.
Actually, just $5 bill.
Why don't you go to Paris? But through the luxuries of modern technology, we now can bring Paris to us with this Kodachrome picture of the opera
Oh
in
my
Paris.
God.
Here you are.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. If I
Shine-
bring
shine
it
that to the
real-
light.
If I bring it real close.
It's almost like you're there.
Oh my God, it's like I'm there.
So why don't you can enjoy that? Put
Oh
that
my
in your
God.
room.
Thank you guys so much.
Plug it into your DS. and,
Yeah.
I do want to say we are missing a member of PODCAD today.
Yes. Yeah.
And it breaks my heart. I wish he was here.
The one chip, you know. Just couldn't
Yeah.
stomach it.
I just wanted to say thanks for having me again,
Yeah,
guys.
of course.
I think every time I come on here, I push you guys just a little bit further away, and I'm very thankful to get to come back.
Of course.
And being at OCAD is a challenging environment that is made so much better by things such as these.
Yeah. We're happy
That's-
to have you always, Finn.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
This will not be the last.
Oh my
This
God.
is PODCAD in a new studio for Finn,
Mm-hmm.
but he's been there.
This is
for
the
everyone,
fourth studio I've
The
been
fourth studio.
at. I'd like to point out I have never seen a podcast with such production value
Of course.
ramp up between seasons.
Yep.
So we'll see you next time.
Use code PODCAD at bluechew.com. Have a great time.
Take it easy.
But okay, see ya.